Doesn't it just suck when your knee pain stops you from your workouts? Hi everybody, this is Mike Erlob and you're on another episode of Power Your Life by Flex PT. So how many people here that are watching have you just had to stop working out because of your knee pain? I got to tell you, that is one of the things, knee pain, back pain, shoulder issues, it doesn't matter really what the orthopedic condition is, but you sometimes just go to start your workout program and you just, you get going with it, and all of a sudden that ugly joint pain just kind of starts, rearing its ugly head. And the next thing you know, you have to stop your workouts. And that problem is when you're trying to lose weight, for example, that's, you want to get your workouts in, you're trying to burn those calories, you're just trying to keep yourself moving. And then you get this joint pain and it just completely wreaks havoc on everything, turns you upside down. And, I've experienced this myself. Some of you know that I used to be a former power lifter. And, what happened to me was I've had several knee injuries over the years, going all the way back to my days playing football in high school, had some cartilage damage, some other injuries in wrestling, and then got into competitive powerlifting after my military service. And injured my right knee again, tore some more cartilage, and that really kind of put the end, the end on things, and I couldn't keep working out anymore. And so then that joint pain would just keep me from being able to do those things that I really wanted to do. And at the time when I'm trying to lose weight and I'm trying to be good, I'm trying to get on top of working out, then boom, I get like 2 or 3 weeks into it, and then that knee pain just becomes to the point where I can't keep going on. You have to stop, and then it kind of leads you down this spiral, this downward spiral, because then you start thinking, well, if I can't work out, then why should I pay attention to my diet? So then you kind of start giving up on that too. And it just really causes a lot of problems for you. Not to mention that, you start a lot of this self-judgment, thinking, well, I'm getting old, I can't work out anymore, I'm not going to be able to lose weight, I can't, and it just gets extremely, extremely frustrating. And so, what I've learned to do, and really what, a lot of people I know that have been successful losing weight despite the fact that they have, orthopedic joint problems, is one, like I've always mentioned before, you can't exercise your way out of a bad diet. So the very first thing is you've got to get your diet under control. What you're feeding the machine, what you're putting in your mouth is critical. And, if you're putting in junk, you're going to put weight on. And I don't care how hard you work out, or if you're able to, you stop the workouts that are causing the pain and you just start to do, more low impact type stuff. If you don't have the diet as your foundation and you're not eating clean at least 80% of the time, you can take some time off here and there, but you're not following a regimented program. You're focusing on on getting your veggies, following a anti-inflammatory type diet, or doing what we've been talking in these previous sessions about intermittent fasting. It doesn't matter what you do. You go to the gym, and I see this all the time. You see people going to the gym and man, they're just killing themselves on that treadmill. They're killing themselves on the elliptical. They're like working out so hard, they're just sweating all over. But, every time you see them, they never seem like they're losing any weight. And, most of that's because they're completely misguided in the fact that they think, well, if I work out 4, 5, 6 times a week and I put, hour and a half in, then, I can eat whatever I want. Now, that was maybe true for you when you were 16 and your metabolism was really going, really high. But especially for those of us that are getting older, that's simply not the case. You do have to watch what you eat. You do have to watch your caloric intake. You do have to watch the types of foods that you're eating. You've got to stay away from those things that cause inflammation and create further problems. The other thing that's really important, and this is something that I've started doing as well, is I've started integrating yoga into my workout programs. So, when I first started my weight loss journey and I first started working on that, I thought, yoga, that's for little girls, that's for young girls, that's not for a former power lifter, Army medic. That's not for me. And a friend of mine introduced me to it, and I started the practice. And I thought I'll give it a try because at the time my knee was hurting. I couldn't really work out any other way. I got really tired of riding a bike. Riding a stationary bike where I'm not going anywhere, that gets really, really boring. So I wanted something to try that was a little bit different. And, I discovered, the first time I did it, oh my God, my quads were sore, my glutes were sore, my shoulders were sore. And it was just like a little 30-minute, yoga workout. And it completely amazed me and opened my eyes as to the power of that. And not just the power of yoga for a good workout, although you can definitely get that. You can burn calories, you can generate a sweat, because yoga is all about making the comfortable uncomfortable, and it's about pushing yourself. These are active poses. You see, I thought at the time, one of my misconceptions was I thought yoga was just to increase your flexibility, and that's really all it did. And boy, was I completely wrong and misguided. It's so much more than that. It is a good way to burn calories. It definitely strengthens. It strengthens your core muscles. It strengthens your entire body overall. It does improve your flexibility. It improves your balance. It works all of your muscle groups together in synergy. It works synergistically. And that's so important because that's how our bodies are designed to move. We don't just work one muscle. We work all of them together. You work your entire system. I love how yoga has taught me how to balance my nervous system. And that is so important. That's another area that I really completely didn't fully understand in the past, is how important that balance of your nervous system is. And it actually primes your nervous system. It gets your nervous system, it gives the nerve endings, it gets the muscle units, motor units firing a lot more effectively, and actually gets them ready to be able to work out a little bit more. And so as I've been able to continue with the practice of yoga and incorporate that with some of my workouts, it has had tremendous benefit for me. But I'd like to talk a little bit more about the balancing of the nervous system, because that's really a concept that I think a lot of people don't realize how is super important, is the fact that your autonomic nervous system, meaning the side of your nervous system that does your automatic functions. It's a nervous system that makes you sweat, you breathe, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your digestion. It's the things that's going on in your body that you just don't even think about. It happens automatically. That autonomic nervous system is divided into two subsets, a sympathetic and parasympathetic. Like everything in life, everything has to be in balance. Everything in the world, in the universe, has to be in balance. And the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous systems in your body have to be in balance. And when they're not, and primarily I'm talking about the sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight or flight reaction. It's the one that gets you, pumped up for action. But when that's out of balance and that's active all of the time, you can't burn body fat very well. You start generating all kinds of levels of cortisol in your body, all the stress hormones. That's when you start entering into pain, chronic pain and inflammation, and all those negative things that start to happen because your nervous system is out of balance. You need that parasympathetic nervous system to be more active and to calm down that sympathetic side. And that occurs with deep breathing exercises, which is one of the key components to a good yoga program, is it teaches you how to breathe. You think, I thought the same thing, man, if I just breathe, I know how to breathe, I breathe all the time. I had no idea. I had no idea how to properly belly breathe, how to, the diaphragmatic breathing and how it relaxes my system. And when I incorporate meditation in with that yoga workout, especially at the end, just that entire rejuvenation that my mind goes through has such a positive impact on my body and my ability to lose weight. And then I can do that and I don't hurt my knee. It increases my flexibility, it improves my balance and what I call proprioception, which is your balance ability and your position, your body's ability to know where it is in space. But it increases strength, it increases flexibility, it increases It balances your nervous system. It primes your nervous system. It calms the body. It calms the mind. I mean, it does so many great things that just absolutely benefit you when it comes to losing weight. That, you don't have to go out and run, 3 to 5 miles a day. You don't, if your body won't take it. You don't have to do a lot of high impact, a lot of jumping. You don't have to go out and ride a stationary bike or a regular bike for hours and hours at a time. You can get a really good workout in just with a good yoga program that has been adjusted for if you have a knee problem or a shoulder problem, adjusted for your orthopedic condition. And the benefits of that mentally are tremendous. And then you start finding that you're feeling more calm, you're feeling more present, while you're losing weight at the same time, and you're burning those calories, and you've cleaned up your eating, and you've, focused on you as a person, and you're starting to make you and your health a priority. It is in a world that just opens up and is really hard to describe, but is absolutely amazing. And, that's the point that I really want to get out there to everybody is, just because you have a joint that's bothering you, whether it's knee pain or a bad ankle or a hip or a back, that doesn't mean that you can't work out and that you can't lose weight and that you can't. There's a lot of hope out there for you. And there's a lot of things that you can do, such as integrating a yoga program, which will not only help you with your weight loss, it will help you with, as I mentioned, your mind, and it will help strengthen that joint. And actually, you're going to start to find out, like I have, that my knee pain started getting better. That my knee pain didn't bother me as much. I started being able to go up and down stairs without it hurting. I could get up out of bed and step down and not cringe at those first couple steps. I mean, it started to make a real difference for me. My flexibility started to get better. My strength started to get better. So all of those things, it really started to improve. And, that's the other really important aspect of this, is that you need to consider your whole body. You're holistic. It's your mind, your body, your spirit, your diet, everything that you're putting into it, into your machine, that keeps driving you forward. So I really just wanted to take the time. I wanted to share that with you all. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit here, but that's all good. That's what makes these Facebook Lives, so much fun. And there is hope. There is ways for you to work out. You can lose weight. You can do those things that you need to, even though maybe your knee's getting in the way. Don't let that stop you. You can do it. And, we're going to be live coming up on Thursday at 1 p.m. So I want to encourage everybody to listen and watch that video. And, I can't wait to see you then. And until then, just stay healthy and keep moving forward.